Hey, how scary is that freaking face? All right, kids, this is just, before I get into the story, if you kind of look like this, maybe back up from the camera. That's what filters are for. Use a filter. I'm just saying. All right. Ex-Stradivarius guitarist TIMO TOLKKI gets suspended prison sentence for fraud and forgery. According to Sieska and Helsingin Sanomat, I know I butchered the hell out of those. Former Stradivarius guitarist TIMO TOLKKI has been sentenced to Helsinki District Court to 45 days suspended imprisonment for fraud and forgery. The fraud conviction arose when TOLKKI wrongfully applied for income support worth more than 3,000 euros, approximately $3,200 in 2020. TOLKKI concealed his income and the funds in his bank account from Kela, the social insurance institution of Finland. The forgery conviction was based on the fact that TOLKKI falsified his bank statements to Kela. Among other things, the guitarist deleted transactions and altered balances on his bank statement to conceal his true income. TOLKKI was ordered to repay Kela 3,063 euros in income support. The guitarist will also have to pay a criminal victim surcharge of 80 euros to the state. TOLKKI failed to appear in court. In a letter to the district court, he argued that he had been living in a quote-unquote bad time when the crimes were committed. TOLKKI has said that he suffers from bipolar disorder. And we know this to be true to an extent. A few years back, some years back really, is when he was going through band members. The band members hated him. He had entertained hiring this female vocalist, and she was actually very talented. And it kind of went nowhere. But the thing about it is, there is medication for being bipolar. And maybe he's not taking his medication if he's having problems with his bipolar disorder, and so much so he's going to use it as an excuse. We should definitely see that he's been trying to see a doctor to try to rectify it. Let's continue on. Reached by Sieska, TOLKKI did not want to comment on the matter. The judgment is not yet final, according to Sieska. TOLKKI recently reformed the Dreamscape lineup, or Dreamspace lineup, of Stradivarius under the moniker TIMO TOLKKI Strato. The musicians, TOLKKI, vocals and guitar, Tuomo Lasila, I'm going to butcher all these names, on drums, and T. Ikonen on keyboards. Recorded the classic Fright Night, Twilight Time, Dream Space, and Fourth Dimension albums from Stradivarius. Me personally, I don't care for those albums. They're not bad musically, without a doubt. But it wasn't until they hired a proper vocalist that I really got into Stradivarius. TOLKKI wrote more than 100 songs for the band before leaving the group to embark on a successful solo career back in 2008. He is responsible for writing such power metal anthems as Black Diamond, Hunting High and Low, Speed of Light, Paradise, Forever, and Destiny. More than 4 million copies of TOLKKI-era Stradivarius albums have been sold. And yet, that being stated, I actually stopped listening to Stradivarius when TOLKKI left. It went from a unique power metal sound to a generic power metal sound. Now, maybe that's just me, but those albums, that feature the songs like Hunting High and Low and, Forever, Destiny, Speed of Light, Paradise, the songs they're mentioning. Kiss of Judas, which I absolutely love. That era of Stradivarius is phenomenal. And I love that era of Stradivarius. The current Stradivarius is very, very good, but for me, very, very generic. And as I said before, early Stradivarius, I don't care for TOLKKI's voice. And so I definitely won't be listening to TOLKKI Strato. But anyway, there's the story as related to his fraud conviction. And come on, dude, back up from the camera. All right, thanks for joining me. Talk to you later.